Hello and welcome to Sunday Prime on Idea TV. We bring you innovation-driven stories shaping Africa and beyond. I am Cynthia Bassi. We begin with a development in Africa's innovation ecosystem. The second edition of the Idea TV Persons of Interest IPI magazine was officially released yesterday, November the 1st this year. The IPI program celebrates exceptional individuals who make outstanding contributions to Africa's innovation ecosystem, from science and health to nanotechnology, agriculture, education, the environment, and entrepreneurship. Through this recognition, Idea TV seeks to inspire awareness and awaken the next generation of African innovators and entrepreneurs who are driving transformation across the continent. The first edition of the Idea Persons of Interest, which was launched on the 15th of October this year, featured 5 remarkable African scientists, innovators, and entrepreneurs whose works continue to shape Africa's innovation landscape. Among those recognized in this new edition are Nigerian astrophysicists and space scientists, Professors Pius N. Okeke and Francisca N. Okeke of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Both are celebrated for their exceptional contributions to the advancement of astronomy and space research in Africa, as well as simplifying physics education through widely used secondary school textbooks. Also featured are South African epidemiologist Professor Salim S. Abdul Karim and Kwaresha Abdul Karim, co-founders and directors of the Center for the AIDS Program of Research in South Africa, CAPRISA. They are recognized for their groundbreaking contributions to HIV prevention, treatment and control in Africa, and for developing innovative tools to manage the disease. Rounding up for this edition is Professor Malik Maza, a leading African physicist renowned for his leadership in nanotechnology and his advocacy for science as a driver of sustainable development across the continent.
Imagine a classroom in Nigeria. Rows of students, textbooks open, struggling with physics, a subject that has intimidated generations. But then, something different happens. The concept begins to make sense. The formulas come alive. The universe itself begins to become less mysterious. This transformation is happening because of 2 people, Professors Pius and Francisca Okeke, a husband and wife team of astrophysicists, astronomers, space scientists, researchers, authors, and educators at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Pius Okeke completed his PhD in 1975, the first person to do so at the UNN. He later did postdoctoral work at the University of Cambridge under the legendary Professor Martin Rees, but his journey didn't stop there. He became a senior research fellow in Japan, a visiting scientist in Germany, a visiting professor in South Africa, and a visiting scientist at Harvard. But here's what makes the story remarkable. Despite all these international accolades, Pius Okeke came home. He stayed home and he built something extraordinary. He led the Space Research Center at the University of Nigeria for many years, where he served as the head of the Department of Physics and Astronomy and Dean of the Faculty of Physical Sciences. And then there's his wife, Francisca. Professor Francisca Okeke was the first female head of the Department of Physics and Astronomy at the University of Nigeria, the first female dean of the Faculty of Physical Sciences, the first Nigerian woman to become a professor in the Faculty of Science and Engineering at UNN, the first woman professor of physics in East Nigeria.
Some of the weather parameters that is recorded here is the temperature, pressure, humidity, wind velocity. We also could record the humidity, and then other ones which we can now employ in our research to know the condition of the weather as well as the climate. And why it is very good is that even though that most of our data we collect from the satellite, we download from the satellite, at some point we need to compare the ground-based observations, that's using the observatory, with the satellite data. My first experience with this observatory was around 1995, and it was an exciting moment because formerly we used to get data from other stations. We don't have a station here, and then whatever we depend on whatever we were given. So the first time this thing was installed, we were excited when we downloaded through wireless telemetry our data, and we worked with it, and it worked perfectly fine. By the time we finished the establishment of geomagnetic observatory, that is a bigger observatory, then we have made it. Because right now we are depending on the satellite data from India, Japan, and what have you. So when now they start exchanging their own with our own, I think we are moving. We are going forward, not backwards. Without fear of contradiction. Physics is everything we do. It's life. And the life we live is all about physics. That's the song.
First. But she wasn't content with just breaking those barriers. She's published about 140 papers in international journals. She's written textbooks that have enhanced physics teaching across Nigeria. Now, let's talk about a disease that changed the world. A pandemic before we knew what pandemics could do. A virus that devastated communities, destroyed families, and left millions wondering if there would ever be hope. In the 1980s and 90s, HIV and AIDS was a death sentence in Africa. It was an epidemic of unimaginable proportions, and in South Africa, it became one of the most pressing public health crises in modern history. Professor Salim and Kwaresha Abdul Karim, two infectious disease epidemiologists, refused to accept that HIV was unbeatable. Together, they co-founded and now direct the Center for AIDS Program of Research in South Africa, CAPRISA. And over the past 2 decades, their work has fundamentally changed how we prevent, treat, and control HIV. And finally, let's talk about the very, very small nanotechnology, the science of manipulating matter at the molecular and atomic level. The science that's revolutionizing everything from medicine to electronics, energy to material science. And leading the charge in Africa, Professor Malik Maza is an Algerian physicist and professor at the University of South Africa. He's a member of the Itemba Labs, which was recognized as an Andy Center of Excellence in Health Innovation. And since 2013, he's held the UNESCO Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology.
I'm Professor Malik Maza. I'm a joint staff of the University of South Africa and the Itemba Labs, which is a facility of the National Research Foundation. My research expertise is more in the field of what we call nanosciences and nanotechnology.
The Idea Persons of Interest program continues to spotlight Africa's brightest minds, celebrating excellence and innovation while nurturing a culture of research, creativity and entrepreneurship for the continent's future. Moving on, still in Nigeria, the Nigerian Senate, the Bureau of Public Procurement and the National Information Technology Development Agency are leading a national call for the widespread adoption of Nigeria's country domain, the .ng, to strengthen the nation's digital identity and sovereignty. At the Tech Convergence 2.0 event held in Abuja, government officials, policymakers and technology leaders emphasized that the nation's digital identity is an extension of its national identity and that Nigeria must own its online presence through the .ng domain. Organized by the Nigeria Internet Registration Association (NIRA), the forum centered on the Nigeria First online agenda, promoting digital patriotism and encouraging individuals, businesses and government institutions to adopt local domains. Representing the Senate President, Senator Goswe Akpabio, Senator Diket Blanc said government must take the lead in shaping Nigeria's digital presence. He noted that the true mark of ownership in the digital world is through the .ng domain. The chairman of the Senate Committee on ICT and Cybersecurity, Senator Shuaib Afolabi Salisu, reinforced the message urging Nigerians to take pride in their digital space. NIRA President Adeshola Akinsanya described the .ng as a symbol of Nigerian digital pride, stressing that the association's mission is to build trust and ensure that every Nigerian entity is identifiable online through a distinct national identity. Chairperson of NIGERIA's Board of Trustees, Mrs. Ibukun Odusote, called for urgent adoption of local digital infrastructure, while representatives from NITDA noted that the public sector must set the example by ensuring all official platforms use the .ng domain. Director General of the Bureau of Public Procurement, Dr. Adebola Adedokun, confirmed plans to ensure that all government communications across the over 120,000 ministries, departments, and agencies operate under the .ng domain, a move aimed at enhancing digital sovereignty and reducing dependence on generic foreign domains. NIGERIA's Chief Operating Officer Oluwaseyi Onasanya summed up the message, calling .ng adoption an act of digital patriotism that allows Nigerians to own and control their narrative online. Moving on, still in Nigeria, a Nigerian technology firm, Smart Enterprises Solutions, has unveiled a real-time artificial intelligence-powered election result collation system aimed at promoting transparency and restoring public confidence in Nigeria's electoral processes. Speaking at a news conference in Abuja, the company's managing director, Charles Yakubu, described the system as a major step toward credible and verifiable elections in the country. The innovation, powered by artificial intelligence and optical character recognition technology, automatically captures and processes election results from polling units as they are uploaded to the Independent National Electoral Commission's result viewing portal known as IREV. According to Yakubu, the system extracts, validates and uploads data from INEC's official result sheet Form EC8A into a central database within seconds, creating a live public scoreboard of results. He explained that the technology uses advanced AI to recognize and verify entries on each form with over 95% accuracy, enabling what he described as visible collation, where citizens can monitor the process in real time. Yakubu added that the system leverages modern image recognition tools to achieve near-perfect data capture and allows the public, political parties and observers to track election progress from polling units to wards and local government levels. The company plans to demonstrate the innovation during the forthcoming November 8 governorship election in Anambra State, where a live display will show the real-time collation of uploaded results. Yakubu noted that the initiative is designed to complement INEC's existing systems, enhance efficiency and strengthen citizens' trust in Nigeria's democratic process. Smart Enterprise Solutions specializes in artificial intelligence-driven governance and electoral management systems. Let's take a quick break now. Sunday Prime continues when we return. Good to have you back. If you're just joining, this is still Sunday Prime. Now the rest of the stories. Still in Africa, Africa's leading fintech company FLUTTERWAVE has announced it will now enable stablecoin transfers on its payments network, marking a major step towards integrating blockchain technology into everyday transactions across the continent. The company says the new service will run on Polygon Labs blockchain infrastructure, allowing users and businesses to send and receive stablecoins, digital currencies pegged to flat money such as the US dollar, almost instantly. FLUTTERWAVE, which already processes fiat payments in over 30 African countries, including Nigeria and Kenya, says this move will provide faster, cheaper and more transparent cross-border transactions, particularly for small businesses and international remittances. The fintech giant serves major global firms like Uber and Microsoft, but is now pitching stablecoin transfers as an alternative to the global SWIFT network, giving African businesses a more direct route to international payments. Industry observers says the move reflects a broader trend in Africa as several countries begin to explore regulatory frameworks for digital currencies and consider launching stablecoins in their own national currencies. FLUTTERWAVE's expansion into blockchain-powered payments positions it at the forefront of Africa's evolving digital financial ecosystem, blending traditional finance with the future of money. And now MTN has completed a major cloud modernization of its enterprise value analytics platform, EVA 3.0, in partnership with Microsoft, marking a significant step in the telecom company's digital transformation journey. The new cloud-based platform hosted on Microsoft Azure gives MTN greater agility and intelligence in using data to improve customer experience, operational efficiency, and responsible deployment of artificial intelligence. EVA 3.0 is now the largest telecom cloud implementation in the Middle East and Africa. It processes about 22 billion records daily, runs more than 800 analytics workflows, and draws from over 1,700 data feeds. Built on Azure Databricks and secured with Microsoft Defender, the upgraded system delivers faster data processing and real-time analytics, giving MTN earlier visibility into service performance and customer trends. This allows teams to respond quickly to issues, design more relevant offers, and maintain consistently high service quality. MTN's Chief Information Officer Nikos Angelopoulos said the new platform strengthens the company's ability to understand and act on data while safeguarding it through advanced cloud security. He noted that EVA 3.0 supports responsible AI and ensures MTN continues to meet the evolving needs of its customers. While Microsoft officials described the collaboration as a model for how global technology partnerships can drive innovation and strengthen Africa's digital infrastructure. Through this modernization, MTN says it is building secure, data-driven systems that are transforming connectivity and supporting Africa's digital economy in line with its ambition to lead digital solutions for the continent's progress. Now moving to Kenya. Kenya is on track to become the fastest growing internet advertising market in the world. According to the latest African Media and Entertainment Outlook by PwC, the country's internet advertising industry is projected to expand at an annual compound growth rate of 16%, reaching about $170 million in revenue by 2029. The report attributes this growth to the rapid adoption of smartphones and increased digital connectivity across Kenya and the wider African region. Meanwhile, Kenya's overall entertainment and media industry grew by 7% year-on-year in 2024 and is expected to maintain a steady 5% annual growth rate through 2029. This trend positions Kenya as a major player in Africa's evolving digital economy. Before we call it a wrap, let's take another glance at the headlines. We brought you news that the second edition of Idea Persons of Interest magazine officially released. And the Senate's BBP and NITDA push for .ng adoption to strengthen Nigeria's digital identity. A Nigerian firm unveils AI-powered real-time election result system, while FLUTTERWAVE introduces stablecoin transfers across Africa. MTN partners with Microsoft to launch EVA 3.0, Africa's largest telco cloud platform. And Kenya set to lead global internet advertising growth. We have more updates across our social media platforms. At Idea Television, do well to connect to the headlines displayed on your screen. I am Cynthia Bassi. Thank you for watching.